Thank you for choosing to watch this video. If you enjoyed, please like it and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to keep up to date on future videos. So we start off by mounting our hook in the vise. This is one of Floating Will's Czech Nymph barbless hooks in a size 18. Then we'll catch on our tying thread just behind the eye. This is Semperfli's classic waxed thread in a watery olive colour, size 12 knot. Once you've cut your thread on, trim away the waist end. Then we'll form a part of the underbody, and then we'll take the thread back up to the eye, just behind the eye of the hook, and we'll catch in our wing. The wing in this fly we're using some natural CDC feathers. Selected 3 or 4 feathers of a similar size and align the tips, and catches on with the wing being roughly about the length of the hook. You can play with the length of the wing to suit your preferences. Catch in the wing on the top of the hook with a few wraps of thread, and then we'll trim the waist ends of the CDC feathers at an angle. This will help taper into the body of the fly. And take your time and bind down the cut ends. Make sure you've got everything nicely covered and a nice smooth body. And we'll take some time and build the underbody with a nice gentle taper into the wing. As we're using a turkey biot for the body in this fly, it's important to keep a smooth underbody. So while you're forming the underbody, you can untwist the thread to make sure it lies as flat as possible. So now we're about ready to catch in the turkey biot body. I'm using some of Floating Will's turkey biots in a Corrib olive colour. Isolate the biot you want to use and pull it away from the feather, and you'll see there's a notch and a translucent edge on the biot. You want to tie this in pointing downwards. So catch it in a point where you've got enough biot to form the body, and catch in the waist end up over the body of the fly. I'll break it off just as we get to the taper at the tie-in of the CDC. Again, this is just to help transition from that tie-in point of the wing into the body of the fly. Just making sure I'm happy with the taper in the underbody. And I'll park the thread when I want the thorax to start and the body to end, and then I'll put a thin coating of varnish on the underbody before I wrap the turkey biot. This is just to help make the body more robust. So now I'm ready to wrap the body. Catch it the end of the biot with my hackle pliers, and then wind as normal. Take your time, as the turkey biot is quite fragile as it's so thin at the tie-in point. You want to wind the body in touching, almost overlapping turns. You'll notice that the translucent edge of the biot gives the body a nice segmented look, so you don't want to cover that up too much. Take your time, making sure you don't twist the biot as you're winding the body. And you see the little barbs on the edge of the biot form a nice ridged body. Once you've got the biot up to where you want the body to end, catch in with a few wraps of tying thread. I'll then put on another couple of turns of thread just to make sure it's securely tied in, and then we can trim away the waist end. I'll then tidy up the tying point and the thorax area of the fly before forming a nice neat thorax with some of Flowing Mill's ultra dry dubbing in a light olive colour. This dubbing is a blend of natural and synthetic fibres, so it forms a nice buggy effect when tied on. It is also pre-treated to stop it becoming saturated when you're fishing it. So take a nice sparse pinch of the dubbing and twist it onto your thread, or around your thread I should say, always twisting in the same direction and applying a good bit of pressure. Then wind the thorax, making sure you've covered in the tie-in point for the biot and at the top of the body, and then wind forward towards the wing. You want to aim to have just enough dubbing to take you up to the rear of the wing, so that your first wrap of thread in front of the wing is without any dubbing. It takes a little bit of judgment to get this right, but a little bit of practice. So form a neat head in front of the wing. This will help lift the wing slightly. And then put on your 3-turn whip finish, making sure not to trap any of the wing. Trim away the thread. That's the tying done. Now just to apply a little varnish or UV resin to the head of the fly. I'm using Solara's bone dry clear resin as usual. You'll notice I've trimmed down the brush since my previous videos. This helps me keep it a bit neater in the application and be a bit more precise. Take your time and avoid getting any of the resin into the wing or the thorax. That should do. Just set the resin with the torch. And that's the fly finished. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Again, please subscribe to my channel and you can keep up to date on any future videos.